My name is Sarah Strange. I started Sorry Mom Tattoo as a studio in 2024, technically, and it's been going great. Now it's a shop with me and my apprentice. So I got into tattooing because I really enjoyed making people happy. I started in 2017 and my apprenticeship was rough. There was a lot of things that I wasn't taught that I had to learn on my own. A lot of tattooers say that you're not supposed to have an apprentice until you're like 10 years in, if even that. A lot of people want to gatekeep this job, but the reason that I have the apprentice that I have is because I see a lot of myself in her, and I know that this job helped guide me and made my life better.
My name's Bradi. I am originally from Rossville, but I've kind of lived all around Bowling Green my whole life. We officially decided to do my apprenticeship October of 2024. I'd hung around the shop all the time. Sarah has been my best friend for almost 5 years now. I started as her client and was a little shop rat with her and watching her do it, and I never thought that I would be given the opportunity or capable of doing her job because I knew how hard it was. I even told Sarah when she suggested that we do the apprenticeship that I was not capable. I did not think that it was ever something I was going to be able to do, let alone something that I was going to be able to continue to do despite like my own anxieties and insecurities. So I've really surprised myself a lot. And so far it has been one of the most challenging and rewarding things that I've ever done in my life. My first time ever tattooing was in April of this year, and it was a doozy. I wasn't anticipating me doing anything so soon. Despite my anxieties about it, I decided to give it a go. And I really surprised myself that very first time. It showed me that I am capable of doing this, and so that was really rewarding. Most of what I'm doing, I'm not learning independently. I rely very heavily on my mentor and some of the influences I have around me, and they are the sole reason that I've gotten as far as I am today. I didn't even have any experience drawing before. The whole reason that I got into tattooing was because my dad was a tattoo artist, and when he passed away last October, I thought that it would be really nice to be able to follow into his footsteps. Me and him had talked about it a little before he passed, and he said that he thought that it would be something that I could do and that I'd enjoy doing. If it wasn't for my mentor, I wouldn't be doing this. I think knowing that I have her in my corner, supporting me and encouraging me and stuff, has made it a lot easier to not give up.
Not only is it to help her, but she also helps me too. So it's not just like a typical apprenticeship. It's made me calm. It's made me think about what I'm saying. When I see Bradi do something that is wrong, I initially want to do what was done to me, which is go, ah! But it makes me think about being calmer and like how to approach things differently to break the bad habits in the industry.
It has completely changed me as a person entirely, not just with my skills of drawing and tattooing. It's helped me gain a lot of confidence just as a person. I'm typically very anxious. I didn't have much of a community, and just being around Sarah and her clients and her people has really kind of helped me open up. And then you get into the aspect of art in general, and I went from not even really being able to draw a stick figure to learning how to actually apply tattoos to skin, and it's really kind of just opened me up a whole lot. I do have a gentleman, his name's Chris Downing. He actually apprenticed under my dad back in like the 2000s, I believe. If I ever feel like that, am bombarding Sarah with questions by sending her a million different drafts of something that I'm drawing and stuff, I can lean on him too, and Chris will reach out to me and talk to me and kind of tell me like some of the stories about his apprenticeship with my dad. And me and my dad didn't have the greatest relationship. We were rather estranged for the majority of my childhood. And it wasn't up until a few years before he passed that we started getting closer, and we always bonded in different ways. It was never really art. So being able to learn through somebody that learned from him has made me feel like he is still tangible. It has made me want to learn from that part of him that I can and grow myself. And it's just been really bittersweet. It makes my job a little bit harder because everything I do is kind of surrounded by that grief, but it also makes it so much more rewarding. It makes me not ever want to give up. So I have on my apprentice board, there's a little rose and it says "Eat shit." And I actually used one of his roses that he had drawn as a reference for it, and I am waiting until my skill set develops a little bit more before I start messing with some of his other stuff, because I want to do it justice. I want to make him proud, and I don't want to just take up all of his sketches early on and not really make something as beautiful as it could be. Now I'm still in the area of figuring out what style I want to do. Most of what I do is based heavily on American traditional work, and then I like to put my own spin on it. I just like to make it really whimsical and feel more like me, because that's pretty much the root of all tattooing.
I wouldn't say that I've built a community, but I have surrounded myself with community, and yeah, proud of it. I love every single person in my group.
I couldn't imagine having to go anywhere else. From some of the things I've heard from Sarah, and then just like horror stories from my dad alone about what other shops can look like. The thought of having to go and work in that environment with people that I don't know or feel safe with seems like it would be quite a hindrance to me growing.
What's the worst thing I do, Brandy?
I think that's a different line to cross because we have several years of friendship before our apprenticeship.
Boss-wise, the worst thing I do is I'm like clean the bathroom. The worst thing that happened to me at my apprenticeship was I witnessed a hate crime. Not a hate crime, but I witnessed an almost murder. Like, it was a doozy.
I have been fortunate enough to learn that although there are bad people out there that are in this career, there are really amazing people out there too. She's really just the root of everything when it comes to my career. And then I would say that the clients that come in here every day are some of the most amazing people. You know, they'll be your biggest supporters. Now down the line, once I'm more confident in my abilities of like what I'm doing here, I think it would be nice to be able to go and guest spot other places and experience other artists and learn from them. But I don't see myself going anywhere other than staying right here.